Friendzone, huh? There are mixed signals about what friendzone means. Let's chat about why you get friendzoned. And I'm even willing to share my tips on how you get out of this peculiar predicament. Oh, friendzone! Oh dear friendzone! Ever so dividing topic, having two opposing sides. On the first half of the game court, we have team deniers, who refuses to acknowledge such thing as friendzone existing. On the second half, we have team fanatics, who believe that friendzone is a weapon of mass destruction and has to be disarmed on a global scale at all costs. Me, I don't see myself buying neither of arguments. I guess I have to explain myself. I mean, that's why you are here, right? Before proceeding with the explanation, let me directly answer the question that is on everybody's mind. How to get out of the friend zone? And the answer is, come, I will tell you. You can't. It's like a Bermuda Triangle. Once you get sucked in, your mama better not keep waiting on you with that hot bowl of soup, like she used to on those cozy Sunday evenings. Of course, there are some exceptions to the rule, but most of the warriors are slayed on the battleground. Now, you may think, what's the point of this video if there's no possibility to come out of the friend zone? I like that thought, keep it warm, and hopefully you will get some answers soon. So the reason why I don't see myself having a team is because I believe there is such a phenomenon. But the word friend zone has the word friend in it. On the contrary, for the mainstream beliefs, this dark limbo that every heartbroken platonic lover gets to be sent to has nothing to do with friendship. Even more so, it's better to not know that person than eternally be trapped in their friend zone. But for the simplicity of this video, I will keep referring to that phenomena as friend zone, where the banisher is the person putting into the friend zone, and the banished is the person that is being put into the friend zone. It may be considered as a selfish act to ban someone into the infinity of broken hopes, friend zone, but mainly it's all about power. Usually the outside observer doesn't have to do a lot of analyzing to understand the dynamics between the banisher and the banished. You can almost smell the energy between them, but finding yourself in that situation will blind you by the mesmerizing appearances of your crush, and you won't see the obvious signs. What does friendzone imply, you might ask? Friendzone is an occurrence within romantic compounds between two people, where the one party is obviously dazzled, enamored by the other one, by putting the person on a pedestal of some sort. The banished person experiences frustration, anxiety, regret, sorrow, and other unpleasant sensations, which is the consequence of not conquering the person's favor, not gaining the heart. Friendzone is obviously experienced mostly by dudes, but can surprisingly cast upon females as well. Of course, I'm speaking from heteronormative perspective, but the principle can be applied in couples of any sexual preferences, where the masculine and feminine energies are being the core definers. Friendzone happens when there are noticeable differences in sexual value between two people. It can be a consequence of having a low self-esteem, but not necessarily. Adoring a person, giving away a lot of sexual power creates imbalances, and the friend zone becomes inevitable. The best way of getting out of the friend zone is avoiding and dodging it altogether by being proactive. The reason why it's almost impossible to come out of the banishment is because we people have firm beliefs, and once we have formed an opinion of a person, it's very hard to change it, at least by direct communication, which means that changes of the personality has to be conveyed non-verbally, discovered by accident for it to reverse the banishment. Let's roughly establish what implications friendzone brings upon both genders. The case with the man being friendzoned is pretty well described in mainstream culture. The guy is drooling for that special female. He glows, he radiates every time he's in the vicinity of her. And the only thing that is missing to make it more obvious is airplane signs for lifting off. That signals insecurity. And as I stated in this video, females are searching for a strong provider and protector. Does fear for a girl signal strength to somebody? I didn't think so. From now on.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Females, on the other hand, get to experience friendzone very seldom, and in a particularly different way. Males are searching for youth and fertility. Women are searching for strength and security. They come together Months pass by. They date. She realizes that the dating concept has been slowly but surely dissipating into oblivion, and that the meetups are only occurring at the safe vicinity of home compounds. In other words, the relationship has become purely sexual, without too much of bonding. Then the real realization comes. It dawns on her that no advancement to a next level is even on the horizon, but she can't help herself, and it's like he put a spell on her. The friend zone in its full commencing. The reason why the mechanism for friend zone differs between genders is because men and women perceive the sexual differently. They tend to prioritize different parts of the romantic encounters. More about this on my upcoming video on masculinity and femininity. Stay tuned. The best way to prevent this happening is to raise your own sexual value and synergize it with your human worth. What do I mean by that? Firstly, if you're the best version of yourself, you will tremendously lower the risk of getting into a friend zone, of someone rejecting you in such fashion. Being at your best means improving all areas of your life, which intertwines with the second point, your human worth. By getting yourself in a good physical shape, improving your mental health, and taking care of your inner self will make you appreciate your own persona on another level. When you feel good about yourself, no friendzone maneuver will be able to shake you off from the place of stability and confidence. And even if you get yourself into the quicksand of the friendzone world, you won't be spending too much time there. Oh! The bus is leaving every 15 minutes. On to the next one. Hossein out.